Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the All-American Dynasty here on College Football 25. We kicked off season number 2 in the last episode with a very impressive win against South Carolina. Today, we take on the third of 3 imported custom teams that I added to this dynasty, including North Dakota State, Gonzaga, and the team that we are playing today, South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits. We played both Gonzaga and North Dakota State in last season, in the early portion of last season. Now we take on South Dakota State, the final new team that I added. And I'm excited to play them because obviously I haven't played them before. I'm very curious to see what their jerseys look like in the game and what kind of some of the players look like, all that kind of stuff. So I'm very excited to see that. Obviously, they're coming to our place, so we're not going to see their stadium, but I'm just curious to see what their jerseys look like. I'm assuming they're going to give me like a San Jose State type of vibe because it's kind of the same color scheme, yellow and blue. So I don't know. That's the kind of vibe I'm going to get, but I guess we'll see when we get on the field. Also, our guys performed very, very well. In the first game of the season, Jason Sehorn picked up right where he left off. I think he had, 2 interceptions in that game against South Carolina? Very impressive. He's going to destroy all the record books of interceptions if he keeps on the pace that he is right now. Joey Harrington looked pretty solid again. Ricky Williams was fun to use in his first ever game. I'm excited for the future of this team. Obviously, we're the defending national champions. We've got some fun new players. Let's continue to use them and have some good times. So if you want to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go kick off because I think this is our first home game, right? Because last week we were on the road in South Carolina. I think so. Well, if that's the case, let's go kick off our first home game of season 2. So here we are, 1-0, the number 1 team in the nation, taking on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Very excited about that. Let's take a peek at recruiting because I have gone in and done some stuff. Obviously, we're going after a lot of 5 stars, but the star rating does not necessarily matter that much in a series like this because we're only going after what the player looks like so that we can try to compare them to another player that's a real player and then change the name and have a vague resemblance. Obviously, it's not going to be really close, but as close as you can kind of like, so you can kind of, if you squint a little bit, you can kind of maybe think that that's the player. So that's the overall goal. But I've got my hours spread around. We had 1,000 hours to work with, so I've spread my hours around to a bunch of different players that I think resemble NFL players, or I could get there in a way. So that's who I've chosen. Obviously, you don't have to get familiar with them until later in the year when more people start committing. I will bring you in when people do commit, but you don't have to care about them that much. Last game against South Carolina, Joey Harrington had 137 yards, 3 touchdowns, but it was pretty much a blowout, I think, right? We did it. What was the final score? I think the backups came in at the very end, right? I guess I should just go to the regular schedule, not the scores and schedules. Team schedule. 35-7. Yeah, we can pretty much controlled the game, and it was on the road. So we controlled the game. The backups came in. It was very simple. Now we take on South Dakota State, which I'm assuming is also going to be very simple. Then we've got our bye week. Then we've got Gonzaga. So we're going to be flying through the early portion of this season. The first month and a half is going to be gone within the next episode because obviously we're going to play the game against South Dakota State, then simulate the bye in this episode, and then next episode we'll have Gonzaga in a bye, and then in 2 episodes we're already going to be opening Big Ten play against Northwestern. So this season is going to fly by very quickly, and hopefully at the end of it, we're also holding up national championships for the second time in this series. There's not really much else to talk about since recruiting's already done, so let's take on South Dakota State. What do their uniforms look like? Ooh, I kind of like those ones away. The white looks pretty good. Ooh, the black unis. I don't know if they actually have a black uniform in real life, but I like that. And I forget, I've downloaded these a long time ago. I forget who created this, so shout out to whoever made this version of South Dakota State, but these uniforms are pretty solid. I like the all blue. What about any other ones they got? They got a throwback. That's kind of interesting. And then their home unis. And then their away. I kind of like the white helmet with the outline of the thing. I like that. But the black ones look good. with the yellow and blue stripes on the shoulders. The logo on the helmet looks pretty clean. I mean, how can you pass these up? They got to come into night mode against. I know it's a 330 kick, but they got to wear those unis when they play us. So they're an 80 overall team. They're not that bad, but I mean, we're clearly above and beyond better than them. We just got to go out there and play like it.
Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, a squad looking to put on a show, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Just about.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Jackrabbits of South Dakota come and play in the shoe, first time ever, against the world-famous Ohio State Buckeyes. And we take on what could be a trap game in some people's minds. You never really know in this day and age in college football. Anything can be a trap game. But I'm hoping to just blow past that. I'm hoping we don't even have to worry. I'm hoping it's another blowout like we did against South Carolina, South Carolina, and we just cruise to a victory. That's the overall goal. I'm expecting us to have just better talent. We should just have better talent. And I guess we'll have to find out. And I think we do right off the bat. I mean, look at that. Jarvis Landry didn't really get much to do against South Carolina, but second play of the game takes South Dakota State deep. This could get ugly real quickly. If that's how it's going to play on defense, we could be in for a quick episode. That is for sure, because I'll turn the chew clock on and we will get out of here very, very quickly. Look at how packed the shoe is, though. I mean, that's the Buckeye fans for you. They don't care if it's a noon kick against a big-time opponent coming in or if it's a 3:30 against a dog opponent. They're going to show up. They're going to show up and show out. That's what Buckeye fans do. Ezekiel Phoenix is a crazy cool name, and he seems to be their best offensive weapon. He's out there on the far left side. You know who I got to use. I got to use me some Terrence Cody, but I kind of didn't do that right there on the first play because Erasmus James gets around the corner and sacks the QB. Oh, my God. We could be in for a feast. Oh, Erasmus got a little bit of rhythm. You love to see it, big dog. Have some fun out here. This is just a warm-up. This is like spring practice. It's just a little warm-up here. We are getting our toughness rank in the stadium higher as we go. It's gradual, but it is getting there. I think it was in the 20s last season. Now it's in number 14 this year. So, I mean, it's taking some time, but we are getting there. And Jadeveon Clowney has arrived on the field for the first time, so I got to user him. This could be a day for Jadeveon to break out. He could have a crazy good game today. Let's look how fast he is. He's so fast, especially against guys like South Dakota State. I don't remember the North Dakota State game going this simple so far. I know it's only first drive. I can't get ahead of myself. But I remember Gonzaga giving me a little bit of a tough time in the beginning. I guess we'll find out. Oh, are they just going to press me the entire time? Because Jarvis Landry could go off if they just press me the entire game. Although that safety is going to help. So I will dump it off to to Steve Largent. I'm kind of wanted to take the shot to Jarvis, but I didn't want to mess up Joey Harrington's stats, especially in a game like this. So I'm going to try to be as efficient as possible, be as careful as possible, while also getting a bunch of good stats. And we could be seeing a lot of Ricky Williams today. We saw a little bit of him against South Carolina, but in a game like this, where we could be up 28-0 at half, this could be a game that Ricky plays a whole heck of a lot. So we'll have to see. We'll play it by ear, see what happens. I am going to send Steve Largent deep just in case he wins, because I know that safety is going to drift over. But they're playing me a little tougher, and they brought a pressure off the edge. Okay, maybe I can't take them for granted as much as I would want to. Seems like they might have a little bit of dog in them. They might have a little bit of that dog in them. Oh, I had Tim Brown. I didn't see it until it was too late. Tim Brown won his matchup, but I already had looked off that matchup. That's frustrating. I had the touchdown, but I didn't see it. Oh, that's so stupid. It's going to be a pick 6 in the shoe. It's 7-7. That's so stupid. That's only Heisman, man. They bump the receivers as I'm throwing it, and the ball's trajectory just goes right into the hands of a waiting jackrabbit defender. And then, of course, I don't have anybody that can catch up and stop the pick 6. Well, there goes my dreams of not ruining Joey Harrington's stat line. My God, I can't get away from throwing picks. It's just in my nature. If I'm not throwing picks, then you might have to call into question if I'm actually the one on the controller, because throwing picks is in my blood. It's what I do. It's a hallmark of the channel. Oh, David Njoku just ended that man's career. Well, now we got to stomp on their throat. If they think they can come in here and pick 6 me, pick 6 a potential Heisman candidate in Joey Harrington, we got to stomp them out. Although we got to get open before so we can stomp them out. Maybe a play action dagger, because this is going to allow Steve Largent to go deep. But I think last time I called this, it didn't work. I guess we can try it again. It's not going to work again. Oh my God. The offensive line is basically non-existent right now. What are we doing? Can I have a little bit of time? I know I called play action, but still. I'd request a little bit of time here. Again, luckily that ball got there, but I mean, Joey just strong-armed that one. But again, I didn't have any time. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. The offensive line struggling against South Dakota State. Oh, Joey, that's an interception. It's another pick 6. It's another pick 6. That's more frustrating than the bumps. That is more frustrating than the bumps. He was open, but the way that Joey's body was taking him, he kind of just like floated that ball over, and it hung in the air way too long, and the corner just comes up and it easily intercepts it. South Dakota State has scored 2 times, and they've both been pick 6s. They have had 1 possession on offense, and they scored 2 times because they have 2 interceptions. Okay, I guess I can't just mess around with South Dakota State, because apparently that's not going to work. I actually have to lock in here, which is not something I expected to have to do against South Dakota State. Steve Largent breaks a single tackle. Good job, Steve. Good fight. We might have a little bit more than we bargained for, ladies and gentlemen. Might have to buckle in. Can I fit that in there? Oh, it's probably not the right decision. And that route, I don't know why that route never... It doesn't matter who's running it. It just never seems like they create enough separation. It just seems like whoever's covering is just always right there to make the play as soon as the ball gets thrown, as soon as they catch it. Seems like there's never any room for separation, no matter who's covering or who's running the route. You could have the fastest receiver in the game, and he still wouldn't create any separation. Jarvis Landry, 2 interceptions is gross. How am I supposed to have a Heisman season with Joey Harrington when I'm throwing picks against South Dakota State? I'm going to be sick. But they brought a full-out blitz on that one. Luckily, Peyton Hillis has got a little bit of hands. He can hang on a little. Utah put up 45 on who was that? Sam Houston, I think I said. That's a big catch, Steve Largent. He's got 5 catches already today. Maybe he's going to be my favorite target. Hand off to Peyton. Ooh, he's got a lot of room. Lower the shoulder, Peyton. I wanted him to fall forward, but he couldn't do it. He should be able to simply get this one. Oh, I think that D lineman lined up the wrong way or the wrong spot, and it still worked out for him. Ricky's in the game now, and Ricky might shark a touchdown here. Is Ricky going to get it? Of course Ricky's going to get it. The great block on the edge, and Ricky Williams ties the game. which just is disgusting for me to even have to say that we had to tie the game against South Dakota State. But at least for once, we didn't throw a pick. They didn't score on their one offensive drive. We'll see what they do on their next offensive drive, but these are 14 absolutely hand-wrapped, gifted points for South Dakota State. We'll see what happens on this drive. Maybe if they can actually put together a solid offense and actually maybe score with their offense out there, then I'll give them a little bit more credit. We'll see how it goes. They're going to run play action. The quarterback has no idea what he's doing, and he throws it away. I overran it with Jadavian Clowney. I was too fast. I got there too quickly with Jadavian, and I kind of thought that he was going to do something. He didn't do it. They're going to run play action again. Stop running play action. You're going to get sacked. I really should have picked that off. All right, it's 3rd and 10. This has got to be a pass, right? It's going to be a screen, and it actually is going to work. You got to be kidding me. Of course. They call a 3rd and 10 screen, and it works. Who calls a screen on 3rd and 10 against the Buckeyes? What are you doing? I mean, it worked. That's crazy. The quarterback kept it, and he got speared. Absolutely gored by Kenechi Udeze, who is getting more playing time now that Chad Lavalley's graduated last year. Erasmus James. Oh my good God. It is a bomb, a nuclear dot from the quarterback of South Dakota State. I got to see a replay of this. So Erasmus James absolutely lights up the quarterback, but he just slings it. How? First off, so Kyle Wilson, we're just not playing coverage? You're just going to stand there? Okay. So he's the one that's supposed to be covering, and that's why he's wide open in the first place. But this is just a nuclear dot from the quarterback as he's getting hit, too. I mean, if I got that animation, the ball would fall right here to the interception. I don't understand it sometimes. It feels like the game favors the CPU way more than it favors the user. Because if I throw that, it's picked off a million times over. But because they throw it, and because of the difficulty we're on, it goes absolutely bonkers. I'm just glad we were able to catch up to him and not allow that to be a touchdown, because that would have been super annoying. This might not be the blowout I was thinking it's going to be. This might be a dogfight. Maybe this is a trap game. Maybe I spoke it into existence. Oh, we're getting dogged. We're frauds. We are absolute frauds right now. We don't deserve to be on this field. We need to retire. There's the blitz. Yes, Terrence Cody came back for his senior season. He wants another ring. He makes a huge play. 2nd and goal from the 9. Big tackle for loss there. This has got to be a pass. It's not a pass. It's a run, and it's a touchdown, Jack Rabbits, because I missed the tackle. He just bounced off of him. Oh, we're in a fight. We are in a fight. Oh. That is the first offensive touchdown they scored, and yet they have 21 points. I cannot believe I threw those 2 picks. Oh, this is not the position I thought I'd be in. I thought I'd be winning this game. I thought it'd be, like I said, I thought it'd be 28-0 at halftime. I was severely wrong, and I overcalculated. But I shouldn't have thrown those picks, man. And of course they had to be pick sixes, because why wouldn't they be? If I'm going to throw a pick, it's going to be a pick 6. This is what I do. Tim Brown, I need you to win. He didn't win. That's a pick. I'm going to literally snap my own neck. I cannot handle this. I can't. My mental capacity is not going to be able to sustain this. Are they going like wide splits or something? That's a big sack. Jason Pierre-Paul got in there. They might give a little bit to Erasmus, but I think it's going to be mostly JPP. I cannot believe I threw 3 picks in 1/2 against South Dakota State. At least that wasn't a pick 6. Come on, off or defense. Can we please not get embarrassed by this team? We paid them to come here. We can't get embarrassed by them. Thank you, Jim Leonard. Good first down save right there. Do not hit this kicker. If you hit this kicker, you're off the team. Do not hit the kicker. Ed Reed, thank you. Good God. 24-14. 24-14. I've given them 17 points. This is absolutely unreal. I guess I'm relying or expecting too much from my guys. I'm expecting them to be quicker than South Dakota State. And so I'm just assuming that they're going to win off their releases, but they never do, or they haven't consistently. And that's where I'm getting in trouble. This is just... I'm going to come back and win this game. But this is just frustrating that it's gone down this way, because this is supposed to be Joey's big season where he's having no real mess ups. He's dominating, and he's got a Heisman, throwing for a bunch of yards and all that kind of stuff. But instead, we're down 10 at our own building against the Jackrabbits. At least we're running over fools with our big boys. 3 interceptions on that stat line. I want to throw up. I absolutely want to just vomit and cry. They're not that good at stopping the run, which is not really a surprise. But I'm happy that it's happening. Get set, please. Hand the ball off. Peyton Hillis breaking tackles like crazy. Good job, P-Dog. They're going to show pressure again, or they're going to show press again. Do I have that? That's another pick, isn't it? No, at least it's knocked incomplete. I got to stop throwing those. These are the bad decisions that I tend to make, that I'm frustrated that I do make. Quite annoying. Oh, look at Ricky Williams. He's going to get number 2. Oh, that's why we recruited him. That's the talent we saw in his high school film. We scored the touchdown to bring us within 3. 3 minutes to go in the half. Did we start with the ball? I don't remember. We might have started with the ball. I can't honestly remember what happened. Does that shock you? Started the 23. 3 minutes to go in the half. We got to stop them on defense. I mean, there's no way they can get any more points. 24 points is by far what I thought they would get. That's a big sack, Erasmus James. That's number 2, I think, for him today. That's a big one. They did give him half a sack there with the JPP one. That's not really fair. I think JPP had most of that. Hand out to the running back. He's going to get great blocks, and he gets all those yards back and more. How do we get them to have that many good blocks? Oh, it's a read or a pass. Oh, stop him. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. 4th and 1. Wow, that's crazy. He went with a pitch play. Pitch? I'm just glad we were able to rally to the ball. Fred Smoot. You have anything, Fred? No, not really. I'm not surprised, but this is our chance. This is our chance to get back in the good graces. This is our chance to get back in the good graces. All we got to do is absolutely cook. Peyton Hillis, throw me a block. Steve Largent, thank you, Steve. And it's a 1-play touchdown for Peyton Hillis. He doesn't usually break off these runs, but I guess against a team like South Dakota State, he certainly can. He's not known for his speed, that's for sure. But that's a huge 1-play rushing touchdown. I was hoping we'd take a little bit more time off the clock, but I'll take a 1-play touchdown when I'm given it. Especially to bump up Peyton Hillis' stats. I'm always here to stat pad Peyton Hillis. 28-24, we lead finally again. It's about time. We haven't led since it was 7-0. All right, defense. I need another performance like that last drive. 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Now, Rasmus, get a big sack here. You've been bullying that right tackle all day. But he doesn't do it there. There's the 2-minute warning. Do I go and use her JPP? I might. He's got a sack too. Oh, he bullied the right tackle. That's got to be picked. It's not. It's a touchdown. Ed Reed gave me the worst animation possible. Why would he go for that? Was he too far out of range? That's the only thing I can think of. Why would he go for that, like, overhand swat animation? I needed the jump. It's a huge touchdown deep ball because Ed Reed gave me the worst animation you could physically get. Oh, that's unlucky. That is unlucky. God, I cannot handle this, man. Why is South Dakota State giving me this many problems? It's South Dakota State. This is like the Gonzaga game from last year. Last year, they gave me a ton of problems. Oh, this is out of control, man. I can't believe we're in a dogfight against South Dakota State at home. It's not like we're on the road or anything. Please get over the head. Oh, it wasn't a good ball from Joey. What are you doing, Joey? He had him. He had him cooked. He was flambéed. Do it again, Joey, please. That's not a good ball, Joey. He caught it. Why did I think that wasn't a good ball? That was a touchdown. It didn't look like it was a good ball. Did it not look? It didn't look like it was a good ball, did it? I couldn't tell. I panicked. Evan Ingram, good catch and run. This game's gonna give me heart palpitations. Who do I even give this football to? I think I'm gonna audible to a run. Give this to Peyton Hillis. Come on, Peyton, get in there. Ooh. Not great blocking. 11 carries for 147 yards. A little bit inflated, but I'll take a big run when I can get it. Joey, I need you to scramble, Joey. I'll take a rushing touchdown with Joey Harrington. He doesn't get many of those. Got to guarantee points at this point. I'm not caring about who gets the touchdowns anymore. Maybe at the beginning of the game I was going to care about that because I presumed we were going to be ahead by a lot. So I thought, oh, maybe I can pick and choose who I want to have a big game, but at this point, we got to get whoever can get in the end zone is going to get in the end zone. I don't care if it's the fullback. I don't care if it's the freaking punter. If you score a touchdown, you're in my good graces. 58 seconds. We lead by 4. We got to stop. We cannot have these big plays against our defense. We're embarrassing ourselves. We're going to get knocked down from number 1, even if we win. Erasmus, 3rd sack of the day. Erasmus James. No, he didn't bring him down, but this is even better. Tackle him. We hit 3 guys right there. He was in the end zone. First off, I don't know why Erasmus didn't bring him down. He kind of just pushed him. Yeah, he grabbed him. I think I've seen this happen before. This has happened against me, hasn't it? Where like he grabs him. Looks like he's going to just fall on him and bring him down, but he stays on his feet. But then the other guys get like glitched. Jason Pierre-Paul and Udeze are right there to bring him down, but the quarterback is like still in his stumble animation, so he kind of like gets glitched, and then obviously I'm still using Erasmus James, and I dive and try to bring him down again, but I'm completely off. Oh, it's one thing after another with this game right now. Erasmus, great spin move, but he gets the ball away. Ed Reed lays the hammer, keeps him in bounds. It is 3rd down. Clowney's back on the field. Do we bring a blitz? We might. Ben Burkervin, I need to channel your inner AJ Klein. Ben Burkervin, baby! Brings him down. Huge! That is the biggest sack we could have ever asked for. We'll call our timeout just in case. Now we have a chance to really make a statement here. We have to come away with 7 in these last 40 seconds. If we don't come away with 7, it's a failure of a half. It might even still be a failure of a half if we do come away with 7. All right, boys. What play do I call here? What play do I call? They're going to press again. I need to just rely on the arm strength of Joey Harrington and the speed of Tim Brown. Get there. Why, Joey? Why can you not throw a deep ball? We've had this discussion plenty of times, countless times over the series. Just throw a deep ball for once in your GD life. Thank you. There it is. Tim Brown touchdown. My God, how hard was that? How hard was that? My God, Joey. At least he did it. 42-31. We've built a nice little advantage now. And I think we get the ball in the second half. I don't honestly remember. I'm going to be real with you. I know you're not shocked. I don't remember who started with the football. I know it was only like 5 minutes of in-game or real life time, but I don't remember. So much has happened in this game. It feels like a lifetime ago. 18 seconds. They've got 2 timeouts. They're going to obviously try to do something here. Oh, he's juking like crazy. Like Barry Sanders out here. The accelerator clock saves us, and we go into the half with a comfortable lead. 42-31. We need to do something here, and we don't start with the football. Okay, totally fine. We can just go back on defense and get the ball quickly. 3 and out. Beautiful. Lay a hit. Oh, Al Wilson missed the big hit. They started the 18. We just need a defensive line to be better. We have better athletes on defense. Let's be better. Prove it to me. Show me the money. There we go. That's a great first play. Terrence Cody and Kenichi Udeze blew up the run. Exactly as planned. And now it becomes 2nd and 12. They hand off again. Terrence Cody blows it up again. He gets those 2 yards back that he lost in the previous play, but he's going nowhere. It is 3rd down and 10. I'm going to switch to Erasmus James, and I'm going to blow this up. Get there, Cody. Get there, Terrence Cody. He's a menace. Terrence Cody is a beast. God, I'm so happy he came back. I am beyond happy that he came back for his senior year, man. If he would have left, I would have been sad. But he's a monster. He can't be stopped. And he's planting the flag. I don't know why. That's got trigger bad memories for me. Do not plant the flag at Ohio Stadium. It's not good. Can I get a nice little thumbnail, though? It looks like he's swinging a sledgehammer almost. I know he's planting the flag as the animation, but... Look at that stud. Look at that stud muffin, Terrence Cody, baby. Plant that flag. I don't even care. Look at Udeze in the background doing the W. That might even be the better thumbnail right there. Udeze doing the it's good. That might be even better. Who knows? All right. We did exactly what I asked for. Again, they finally are listening to me. They're doing what I asked for. We get the 3 and out. We get the football back up 42-31. I'm going to turn the chew clock on. Unless I score a touchdown right here and not have an opportunity. Ooh, Fred Smoot got caught in the corner. I'm going to turn the chew clock on, and I am going to try to get out of this game. I don't want to throw any more interceptions. I don't want to have any more mistakes happen. Peyton Hillis. Oh, my God. Peyton Hillis is having himself a day. 167 yards on 12 carries. I don't know what his career best is. I have to go back through all the games and see what his total numbers have been. Oh, Peyton, get the outside. Go back inside, Peyton. Use the power. 13 carries, 173. I'm expecting Ricky Williams to come in at some point. And there he is. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Here he is. Big Ricky. Big Ricky style. Get in there, Rick. Hey, that ball's out. Who's got it? Wilson's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No, he's at the 1. Oh, my God. They're going to review it. It's not going to be a fumble, but I thought Isaiah Wilson was going to have it. That's a touchdown. That ball was across, but, I mean, they call it non-fumble. But still, that was Isaiah Wilson was across the line. Hillis, lower the shoulder. Get in there, big dog. What? What are these calls? That wasn't a touchdown either? Are you serious? Are we being serial right now? There he's in. Another big touchdown scored. We keep growing our lead. Man, this game, 31 points given up on our defense, our national championship winning defense by South Dakota State at home, in our own building, in our own shoe. We're going to have to wash our eyes out with bleach. I'm going to be totally honest with you. If this is a real life game and a team like South Dakota State came into the shoe and put up 31 on a Ohio State, no matter what team it is, regardless of the team, it doesn't matter what team it is. If it was Ohio State, any version of Ohio State, the fans would be furious, including me. You're allowing 31 against, and I'm furious in this game too, don't get me wrong. But you allow 31 and the game's not even over yet? There's some problems with the defense. There'd be questions. There'd be questions. Oh, look at Jadeveon with a swim move. That's got to be picked. It is. It's Jason Sehorn again. Of course it is. He's going to break the all-time record. He just has to. He just has to. I'm glad he came back for his senior year, too. Peyton Hillis with the snap. He's got great blocks. Peyton Hillis already to the 6. But he is getting a little bit injured. We got to be careful. We got a long season. We're only in game number 2. We got a long season. We can't have Peyton having to deal with injury risk. Oh, he's a little bit slow now. I can feel it. I can definitely feel it. I might have to pull him here. Can't really afford to have him get hurt long term. Look at all his negative attributes. That's crazy. All right, Ricky's in the game now. It's time for big Ricky style to dominate. Handoff, a holding call, and he's still in the end zone. Oh, he didn't get in. They actually held him back, but it's a holding call because, of course, it is. It wouldn't be a Juice video without a holding call from a legendary guard in Willie Roaf. That's okay. It's totally fine. I'm not mad. I'm just angry. Evan Ingram has a chance to dominate this play. He didn't do it, but Tim Brown did. Tim Brown cut it up the field. Tim Brown, touchdown, Buckeyes. We needed the space to create a touchdown. Tim Brown gets it. And that adds another touchdown to Joey's stats. I'll take that. And it's 56-31. I'm glad we're finally starting to come to our senses. At the end of the day, whoever has the better athletes will eventually just win in the end. That's just how it works. And we have the better athletes. From the 17, they will start, and I want some more pressure. I want some more sacks. I want some more INTs. I don't want big runs and spin moves from their running backs. What are we talking about here? That was a clean spin move. My God. I haven't seen a spin move like that. He must have some sort of ability that gives him better spins, because that was a pretty clean one. Come on, Jadeveon. I need you to dominate here. Oh, I pulled him away. That's my fault. I didn't know that I turned into Jason Sehorn until it was too late. I thought I was still on the D-line. And I pulled him away from his coverage. I don't know if he would have been able to pick it off, but he definitely would have had a chance to make a deflection or something. Oh, I completely whiffed on the tackle. Are you surprised? No, I'm not. That's my final play of the quarter. Oh, I can't believe I pulled Sehorn off that play. Are they going to snap this again? I thought for sure it'd be the final play of the quarter. No, they get one more snap off, and it's a handoff to the running back, and he's going to have a first down and more. This dude is out of control. Defense. Defense. What are we doing? We've got 1 quarter to play, and we are just... This is just a game of embarrassments, basically. We're embarrassing ourselves on offense. We're embarrassing ourselves on defense. I'm embarrassing myself in front of you. You're making me look bad in front of the wizard. This is crazy. Oh, that's a quick little screen, and I got screened by my own guy. 3 catches, 138 yards. He must have been the guy that had the deep ball. Oh, why? SpongeBob, why? Hit him. There, that ball's out. Erasmus jumps on it. I knew we just needed one big hit, and he would have popped it, and he did. Huge hit stick, pops that football out. Peyton Hillis is back in for some reason. I don't know if he's the power back or something, but he's in. He gets a handoff, and he's down at the 14. I think I've done enough throwing the ball. I think I just need to run this ball and waste the rest of the time, because we've built a comfortable lead. We don't really have to worry about that. All we have to do is really just try to end this game with no injuries. That would be ideal. And it gets some good reps for Ricky. He gets a chance to show off the speed. I mean, look at that. Ricky, juke move. Ooh, and he broke a tackle as well. He broke another tackle. I mean, that's the elite running ability of Ricky Williams. We might even see a little Jonathan Stewart if Ricky gets tired. We saw him a little bit last year. Not too much. Oh, he bounced off, changed direction. Injury for South Dakota State. I almost said San Diego State because the SDSU abbreviation. Peyton Hillis back in. He must be the power back or something. Oh, he's not that hurt. He's not that hurt if he can still lower the shoulder and run people over. Talk about big dog. 3rd and inches, handoff to Ricky. He gets the first down, barely actually. I thought he'd be a little bit more comfortable. A little bit more of a guaranteed first down, but they actually played that pretty well. Handoff to Ricky again. Great blocks. Ricky Williams to the 44. Solid, solid, solid. I kind of want to audible this to a pass, but I'm not going to. The single high safety makes me want to. Ricky, oh, I thought he could slip it. If he would have slipped, it would have been electric. If he would have slipped that tackle, man, it would have been absolutely... There's Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan Stewart makes his first appearance in the game, and he will have a pretty good run for a couple yards. Not too bad, not too shabby. Picks up a solid one. That takes a 2-minute warning. Peyton Hill's back in. Got a little bit of a breather, but he's back in now. Handoff, throw me a block. Thank you, Peyton. Fall forward. Good job. Another injury for San Diego State. 200 yards for Peyton Hillis in the ground today. I didn't think he was that close. I thought he was like 170 something. But he gets over. He gets over the 200 mark. Oh, did you see another injury? Oh, they're starting to get hurt real bad. Did you see the space, the hole that was forming for Ricky Williams there? It looked like I was going to burst through that hole like crazy. But that did not happen, unfortunately. Thankfully, this game's almost over. He just doesn't have that burst with the wear and tear. It's severe now. He didn't have that same kind of burst. The screen wheel doesn't work. I was going to try to do like a slot fade, but I don't think I can audible to a slot fade. Hillis, 4th and 3, but I'm not going to kick the field goal because that will be the end of the game. I don't have to snap this. I know I could put up extra points, and I might. Actually, I might. I might try to make just to kind of help Cedric Oglesby out a little bit here. Since it's pretty much down the middle. There's a little bit of wind, but it should only help me make it. Clemson killed FCS Midwest. This is basically an FCS game if you're being honest. Which makes me more mad that we allowed 31 points. Boom. Oglesby drills the field goal at the buzzer. We win 59-31 at home against South Dakota State. Frustrating game in the first half, but then we shut them out in the second half. The 31 points is far too many to allow at home against South Dakota State. I'm going to be having nightmares about that one. But at least we won. If we would have lost, oh, you would have seen a legendary crash out, a generational crash out if I would have lost that game. There might not be any of me left if we would have lost that game. But we survive. We're 2-0. We go on our bye. We'll do some more recruiting. And then we'll have next episode against Gonzaga, which, if it's anything like this game, it's going to be a nail-biter in the first half, and then we blow them out in the second half. Which I feel like is how we did it against Gonzaga last season. I'm just hoping we stay as number 1. I know that's not very it's not very confidence boosting win there. But I mean the second half was pretty good. So if we stay number 1 in the country, that'd be pretty nice. We are first and second for a lot of different guys. We got locked out of Trent Blizzard, which is a great name. Erasmus gets player of the week. We have our bye. We don't have any recruiting hours. But we're looking good for Quincy Clausen. He's the number 1 player in the country. Mike Kidder. Just want to say that name emphatically so you know what I'm pronouncing. We'll take off Trent Blizzard. I think we had hours on him, but obviously we didn't. We got them back. We're looking pretty good for everybody that I put hours on. We're looking pretty solid. I just got to keep managing them. And then we might actually start scheduling visits pretty soon. We'll probably have to. And we can start hard selling as well. So we should probably hard sell on Mike Kidder. So let's do that real quick. We can already hard sell him. We already know what he likes. So we'll choose this one. We've got all A pluses there, which is very beneficial. We'll take off... No, we don't take off. We'll put that one on. Perfect. We can hard sell Quincy Clausen. We don't know what he likes, or at least fully don't know what he likes. If I did the hard sell, it would probably be, so we know that he likes proximity to home, so it could be pro potential playing style proximity to home, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but he doesn't like pro potential. How do you're a 5-star #1 player in the country, you don't like pro potential? You don't care about pro potential? Then why are you playing football? Why are you that good if you don't care about pro potential? What about Sam Crummy? We can hard sell him. Hopefully he's not a crummy player, am I right? Let's see. What can we hard sell him on? This one. Starter. All right, that's not amazing, but it's good enough. We'll take off these. And we'll go 25 on him. We do have to free up enough hours to start scheduling visits, because a lot of these guys are already ready for visits. And we want to be ahead on them, so we're definitely going to have to start scheduling some visits. Andre Trueblood, I might have to take those 10 hours off because we might not have enough room or enough space. But all these guys, I mean, everybody after just a couple weeks is ready for a visit. It's kind of annoying, actually. D+ proximity to home. This guy's from Texas. And he cares about that a lot. That's going to be a hard battle to win. Kevin Grimes, and of course, all the Texas and Oklahoma teams are going after him. So this is one of the guys we're going to have to get on a visit pretty soon. We can schedule, or we can hard sell Kevin Hurt. 6'3", 250. That's a big boy. It feels weird hard selling in week 3, but that's what we're doing. So we'll switch to the hard sell there. What about Keon Wicks? We don't know for sure, so I don't want to take any guesses. Should I take hours off and start scheduling visits, or should I wait a little bit? I think I'll wait another week. I'll leave the hours where they are. I've changed some of the guys, so now we're hard selling on those guys. I'll wait and play it out, see how it goes. See if other teams start scheduling visits early. Because if then they do that, then we're going to be forced to. So Cameron Isian has locked us out, but that's not a problem. I don't think we had anything on him. So we take on Gonzaga, and I was right. We do drop down to number 2, but that's probably because we didn't play last week, and the #1 team did, or the now #1 team did play. So I was right. So they have start scheduling visits. So we're going to have to. The hard sells worked a little bit though. Kevin Hurt got pushed up hard with the hard sell. So we're going to have to make some decisions. Quincy Clausen we dropped significantly on because we didn't do a hard sell on him. But now we probably can, because now we know that he likes academic prestige, which we didn't know beforehand. So we can now switch to a hard sell. And we can do this one. Student of the game. Looks like it. We'll do that one, and then we'll do that to get him back up to 65. But who am I going to take the hours off to be able to free up and send some visits out? Probably Andre Trueblood. That's at least 10 hours I can take away. I mean, I like Andre Trueblood, but he's a 4-star. We got to get hours off him. And nobody else is going after Cortez Troop. So we can take at least 50 off of him. Cole Matangi, George Turk. Locked out on, or deal breaker on you, deal breaker on you, deal breaker on you. We'll just take all those guys off. It doesn't matter. That frees up 260 hours because those guys we had hours on. So perfect. We can now use all these hours to schedule visits. Boom. We'll get week 10 for Iowa because we can't do Purdue for some reason. Why can't we do Purdue? I don't know. Whatever. We'll do academic prestige for Quincy Clausen. We will schedule, because he's going to Clemson. That's why we can't do Purdue. We will schedule a visit for Kidder to Purdue for brand exposure. We will do a visit on Crummy for week 7. He'll get a bonus as well with the other player, the D tackle. So perfect there. Kevin Hurt can't do Purdue because he's going to get the competitive visit. So we'll do week 11. Wait, what does he have any? Week 10. Oof. I should probably just do week 7. I know it's a competitive visit. It's a competitive visit with Crummy. Should I do the competitive visit? Or should I risk it and have him go week 11? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try the competitive visit. It might be a little risk, but it could end up working out big time because he's already pretty close to committing in the first place. We get Kevin Grimes on a week 7 against Purdue. Purdue's going to end up being a big game, it looks like. And then Keon Wicks, we get on a Iowa visit, and we'll do pro potential for him. That leaves us with 20 hours. Can't do anything else unless we free up 20 more from somebody. I guess I could take off 10 from George Turk. And maybe we could take off 10 from Cortez Troop. Still leave 5. And then we can schedule one final visit. Probably for Zach Turbin. Unfortunately, he's going to Washington in week 10. So it's going to have to be Iowa. Or, yeah, Iowa. But that's week 11. That's going to be close. That's going to be a big battle with him. Okay, so we were able to, with those deal breakers, might as well just take those guys off. That frees up a lot of hours. That actually works out, too, because then we can schedule the visits and we can get those guys that we actually do want. So that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much. Stop by and watch. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.